Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Needles at the Ready. I am Kevin.
And I am Ray.
Today is Saturday, December 24th.
Why did you have to think? It's Christmas Eve.
I know. And this is episode 76 of our knitting podcast.
76.
It is.
We survived a quarter quell.
We did survive the quarter quell.
Yep.
So welcome, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. If you are in the U.S., in one of the cold states, I hope you're staying safe and warm.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully we'll help you stay warm. That sounds a little
Or
bit.
hopefully we'll give you something to do during this freeze that we have.
Get under some covers, grab some knitting or crocheting or sewing or whatever it is you like to do, and sit your hiney down and let's get into it.
All right. So it's been 2 weeks.
Yep.
Oh, how have our 2 weeks been?
Well, let me consult the notes. Did you guys see that there was an update to, that's the game, that there was an update to Apple iOS, and they included this app called Freeform, where you can create your own, like...
Whiteboard, kind of.
Whiteboard. And so Kevin and I, well, it was really Kevin's idea, kind of came up with, as we go through the weeks, to kind of add some things so that we don't forget to talk about. But I think it still looks really cool. So that's our whiteboard for today's episode. Maybe we'll have one for every episode. Let's see how long that lasts for.
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah.
It'll kind of give us some good show notes, too.
Yeah, because
for us, so we could reference that.
Right, so I didn't start writing the show notes. Sometimes I go through and I put in our patterns and things like that ahead of time, but I didn't do any of that. So this will probably help us.
Yeah.
So let's see what we did. We went to Reese's birthday party.
We did.
Which was super cute.
That was the Sunday after our last podcast.
Yep. It was like a nightclub for kids.
But at 9 a.m.
Right.
It was
so you had
crazy.
all these you had all these 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds running around. There was a DJ. They had strobe lights. Yeah, it was 9 a.m.
They had a smoke machine.
Yeah, it was really, really cute. The DJ was really good with the kids. He gave them all little nicknames.
But of famous people.
Right.
So it was Kesha and Ariana
Miley
Grande.
Cyrus or whatever.
Yeah.
And he remembered those kids' names through whatever nicknames he gave them. There were probably 20 kids, 30 kids.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And he remembered every single one. So he would point to one and be like, Kesha. And then
Yes.
she would come out and dance or whatever. It was really cute. And I thought it was 2 hours, which was great for kids. I feel like I remember when we were kids, going to the movies was a thing. Can you imagine going to a nightclub?
It's not a nightclub.
It felt like a nightclub.
It did, but it was 9 a.m. It was it's called Star Factory. It's this little cute place, kind of not in the center of town, but so very cute. And we did that. I actually got sick within hours of us finishing recording.
Yeah.
So that Saturday, I think it was by 4 p.m. I was done. I was sick. I started feeling sick Sunday morning when we went to Reese's. I still felt a little under the weather, but by the mid-Sunday, I was just done. I worked from home that entire week, and I was sleeping 10 to 11 hours of night, barely knitting, barely doing anything, barely moving. My watch, I very rarely
judgmental.
I very rarely close my move ring. Well, I had to really work to move my close my move ring on my watch.
Yeah. What else? So we got our haircuts.
Oh, we did a shop update last weekend.
Thank you to everybody who purchased some yarn and was really supportive. It was really fun. Peppermint bark is definitely one of y'all's favorites. We sold out of that pretty quick.
And it's the most I dyed. I had of any color. I think in one shot I had dyed 40 skeins of that.
Right. Yeah. There's still some left over in the shop.
Not peppermint bark.
Some other colors that we'll show towards the end of the podcast. So you can see what we still have left.
Yep.
The link to the shop is down below in our show notes, where you can also find our email addresses, Ravelry, group link, and Instagram names, and all of those ways that you can get in touch with us. Along with you don't have your Goodreads up there, huh?
No, I need to put it up there.
Yeah, my Goodreads is up there. I try to stay on top of the Goodreads, but I think I'm doing pretty well.
I don't understand why yours doesn't just automatically.
It does now. I had to select something. So the Kindle will now link to my Goodreads and update it as I finish books and start books, which is really, really cool. Look, I have a little beauty mark or something here. Have I always done that?
Can I see? I don't know if it's a beauty. Maybe you have a whitehead or something?
My skin is usually flawless.
Oh,
Just kidding. So that was really fun. And then I also had my boss had like a little Christmas party.
Oh yeah, that's right.
At her house, and it was a like ugly sweater competition, and I forgot the name, white elephant.
Yes.
Something like that, where we all bought a gift, and then you had to go and choose a gift, and the people could decide. You could decide to either pick a new gift or steal one of the people's gifts. I ended up with a spin mop.
Which we already have one.
But they're really good. I recommend a spin mop.
Yeah, I like the spin mops.
Same.
We have a cedar. I like the cedar one.
Yeah, this one that I have I won is what? I can't remember. But I took runner up on this is the ugly sweater, even though it's not really ugly. I think it's really cute. It's a
Turn it on.
It's a llama, if I can find the thing. It's it lights up. There you go. And so the llama, it's a fa la 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 llama, if you like read all the words and stuff like that. I thought it was really cute.
No, it's cute.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn this off since I'm going to wear this tomorrow too. So I won runners up, and I was kind of that person at the company Christmas party that drank too much wine.
You sure did.
And started singing.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Did I not show you the video?
No. Oh, jeez.
It was kind of embarrassing. So this is how I started the night. I thought I looked kind of put together, right? And then this is how I ended the night.
Not so put.
Not so put together. And then let's see. Oh, my sound. Oops. How come I don't have sound?
Are you videotaping this right now?
I'm videotaping her. So I can't. So Cynthia, my friend Cynthia sent me a video of me taking a video and singing at the top of my lungs. Feliz Navidad. It was fun, though. It was fun.
You had it on a Tuesday though, which
it was bizarre.
That's not a fun time.
No, it was Tuesday at 5:30, and then I ended up having wine, which wine makes me very friendly and talkative. But I wasn't sloppy, which was great. Although Peg did, my boss asked me if I wanted to sleep over or if they wanted to call me an Uber. So I knew then that I'm done. But it was great. The food was really good. She had like a white chicken chili, which was nice. Traditional chili. There were meatballs and then like smoked chicken wings. It was really a nice time. And then some of the other nurses that went there, some of them are like, I don't want to say professional bakers, but they're like hobbyists, so they're really, really good at baking cookies. Like some of these look like they came right out of a bakery. It was really good. Nice. I wish I had taken some home. Sorry, Kev.
No, it's fine.
And then I think that was kind of our 2 weeks. You know, we were trying to prep for the holidays. People were getting sick, which is, really unfortunate.
Yeah. Like our morning tomorrow just got canceled because my brother's family is sick, so we're not doing that. Mm-hmm. I still have a lingering cough and still like a little bit of congestion. And we're going on like 2 weeks now. 2 weeks today.
Yeah, I think you definitely had the flu.
For sure. I tested for COVID. I tested 4 different days. And even like that Sunday prior to going to Reese's, I tested, it was negative. Tested the next day, like 3 days, and all of those days my test came back negative. So
yeah.
And then you know what too? At my job, I found out that I'm moving.
Well, you're not physically moving.
No, I'm moving departments.
Right.
My position and my coworker's position, we are moving under a different division in the company that I work for, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So whatever. It's just not a pleasant experience, and I may not be there much longer.
There you go. What would you do instead?
Dye yarn full time.
Yay! That would be great. I'd love that.
Well, it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Happens sometimes. I feel like I haven't.
Did you already have wine?
In a while. No, we should have.
No,
I think we said that we were going to on Christmas Eve.
We're not having wine at 10:57 in the morning.
That would prove to be a really good day.
It would be
I have a lot. It would be an early day. I would go to bed at like 11.
I have to make sauce, 2 to 3 lasagnas, 2 pumpkin breads, and I still have to wrap together.
I know, and we have some holiday movies to watch.
Yes.
I have to wrap some gifts too for tomorrow.
I think that's been, right? That's kind of been our 2 weeks.
That has. We'll get to that at the end, but we watched...
We've been watching some good stuff, reading some good stuff.
Yeah, trying to finish up some gift knitting.
Oh, yeah.
But
I only have...
I stalled out 2. Hardcore.
I have 2 gift knits. Luckily, one of them...
Did you bring the other one upstairs? Or is it still on the dining room table?
I have everything.
The hat?
Yeah.
Oh, good job.
But I have 2 that need to get done. One of them, with tomorrow morning being canceled, it's...
I know that takes a little bit of pressure off.
Yeah, we don't... I would not have finished it anyways, but there's no
Not
chance
again. Next year, not again. You all need to remind us
in
July.
September.
I would think July.
July to start our Christmas knitting?
Yeah, or at least start figuring out some patterns. So please hold us to that in July. Yep. We'll do a Christmas in July reminder.
Oh, yeah, that'll be a good time.
We'll forget to do the reminder, so you have to remind us to do the reminder.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so last bit before we get into some knitting is admin-y stuff. We had... Oh.
Yes.
Okay. So...
I forgot. So these giveaways that we've been doing on YouTube have been so much fun.
Yeah.
You guys have been it's been so cool to like interact with you all and to draw prizes from a larger pool of people, because not everybody has access to Instagram or Ravelry, but obviously you have access to YouTube since that's where you watch us, most of you, right? Because I think you can watch from other like podcasts.
Can you?
Yeah, there's something that begins with a Q, I think, that people...
Are you sure? I've never heard of this.
Yeah. Or it links to it or something. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we last... Did I not bring them up?
No.
I think we already put them in the prize bin. But we had a beautiful calendar from Two Sheeps. And every month showcases a yarn and a yarn dyer, a pattern, and a pattern designer. And we got 2 of them. They were gracious enough to send us 2. So we're keeping 1 and we are giving away the other one. So polls have closed. So don't comment on our last video if you're looking to win it. But we pulled a winner. And the winner of that one is Kelly Evans. He's commented... comments on a lot of our videos, which is really cool to see people, win who have been with us for a while and always comment. The comment was, dang, 2 giveaways in one show. Well, I haven't picked up a calendar for 2023 yet, so let's see how lucky I am. Happy holidays, guys. Oh, and great show as always. So, Kelly, congratulations. Please reach out to us via email. Is so much easier for us. It's linked down below, needlesatthereadypodcast@gmail.com. That was for the calendar, and then we had a really cool set of minis. They were worsted weight minis, which a lot of you commented that they were pretty unique, and you don't usually see a lot of the worsted weight minis. I think there were like 6 or 7 of them. So the prompt for that one was to use the word mini, and a lot of you were very good in the comments trying to combine like calendar and minis and making little puns about how mini our episodes usually are because they're super short, which always gave us a chuckle. So this one, I'm probably going to say this wrong, is Cheryl Sue. And it says, love the mini set and calendar, would make wonderful gifts for myself or knitting friends. Excellent podcast. And if that is you, Cheryl.
Congratulations.
Cheryl? Cheryl?
It could be Cheryl.
Could be.
It might be a different spelling, which was cool. Yeah,
it is cool. But please reach out to us, and congratulations. But wait, there's more.
We have another giveaway today.
Wow.
So, we have mentioned that, that we bought or wanted this magazine. We had just recently purchased a quarterly subscription, and then we were gifted a quarterly subscription. So we have 2 of this magazine, so we would like to give this away. This is the pom-pom number 43.
I love that so much.
I know. So we are going to give this away to a lucky winner. So if you are interested in entering for the giveaway, just in your comments, include the word...
magazine?
Or pom-pom.
Pom-pom?
Pom-pom. So just pom-pom in your comment, and you will be entered for a giveaway, and we will pull the winner the next episode.
1 word or 2?
Do 2 words. Pom, pom. Okay. Pom, pom. Pom, pom.
Say that one more time.
Pom, pom.
Good.
And I think our next episode, recording actually might fall on the 3-year
Podiversary?
podiversary, the day before.
Wow.
We're gonna record
Can you
next-
believe we're coming up on 3 years?
3 years of recording. Crazy. So, next giveaway. All right. Now, that's all that stuff. Now we can get.
Oh,
into
you know
some-
what? Let's do one more.
Oh,
This
would
was
you-
actually, yeah.
Oh,
This,
okay.
I was going to wait to the end, but you know what? Let's just do it now.
Oh yeah.
So, Nancy over at Trilogy Yarns, who we love so much, we went to Rhinebeck with, we shared the house with, we knit with her on Thursdays. She's a wonderful dyer, beautiful human being. She has really cool clubs, and and a lot of times our coupon code doesn't include clubs. So she made an exception this time, and for the Broadway club, she has this Broadway club, and the colorway is based on, I'm not going to give this away because I want this. So, sorry, I should have prepared. Her Broadway clubs are based on the playbill of the Broadway show for that month. So this month's, or it might have been last month's, I think it was this month's, hopefully you have received this, and I don't want to be a big spoiler. I probably should have
So
asked.
we're going to show this month's Broadway club from Trilogy Yarns. So if you have subscribed to it and you haven't received it, look away because Ray's going to show it.
And I'm pretty sure that this is probably from this month because the title.
I would think so, yeah.
So here's the playbill, a picture of the playbill, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and here's the colorway.
So good.
Oh my gosh. Isn't it so cool?
Yeah.
And you don't know what you're going to get. Each month she chooses something. Obviously, this is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, so this is relevant to December. And this is on her DK base. It's a 80-20 superwash merino and cashmere. 80-10.
80-10-10.
Yeah, thank you. MCN. Merino cashmere nylon. And I was just saying to Kevin, like, downstairs, I'm wearing some DK socks now, and I only own one pair of DK socks. That I need to knit some more DK socks. This might be perfect. So
Wow.
maybe I'll cast these on and do DK socks.
Very nice.
Although it's an MCN.
I know, and you have issues with...
I do.
You felt your cashmere socks quite often.
You know why? Because I wear them in my shoes. I'm wondering if I knit DK socks and I just wear them around the house.
And maybe
And
just...
not in, like, shoes or boots.
And also just hand washing
And,
because we do
yeah, I've
throw
gotta- I
our
know.
socks in the washing
I have to
machine.
be better.
So the whole reason of mentioning this is
so-
that Nancy has given us a coupon code. So if you sign up for her Broadway club and use this code, you can get 20% off the first month.
Which
I
is
believe it's a
great.
3-month club. So the code is Broadway20 when you check out. So hopefully you could see this. Broadway20, and check out her site, which is trilogyyarn.com.
And that freeform app is really good, huh?
It is. It's
Because like,
yeah, I like using it.
I added that this morning. And you can
I saw
see-
that.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
All right.
Okay, so thank you, Nancy. Really appreciate this.
Yes.
And I'm sure
Check out her
our
shop.
viewers would appreciate that as well. She's got, I don't know if she still has any yarns on sale, but she was doing a really big sale to try to get rid of some of her colorways to make room for some other ones. So if she still has that sale, you just go check her out. TrilogyYarns.com.
Yes, and also we have
TrilogyYarn.com.
yes, and we have a bunch of coupon codes down below. Just hit the little thingamajigger under description, and there's about like 10 codes there for yarn dyers, bag makers, notions. So a bunch of good stuff. So always check that out, and let's talk about some knitting.
Let's do it.
I have 2 FOs and 2 whips, 2 FOs and 2 whips.
I have one finished object, which I finished this morning.
One of mine I finished this morning.
Yeah. And I have 2 works in progress. And then I have one that I'm going to show that's kind of like a half work in progress. I'm not sure if I want to continue it or not. So
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
All right, so I guess I'll start.
Sure.
So I have 2 FOs. So
Great.
this one is living in my beautiful
I
sister's
love
bag.
these bags. I have another project
And-
not started yet in one of those bags.
You know, and I'm actually going to, this is a good segue. So I'm wearing Paris Toujours shawl. This is by, who the,
I can't remember.
I forget the name. It's a really common designer too. It's definitely not Kemper Ray. Hold on.
No, I'm pulling it up right now. Keep talking.
Okay, so I wore this on purpose because of my finished object. So my finished object is the hatch hat. I am not prepared for this. Hold on. Let's pull up the pattern. Hatch. There we go. All right, so this is a Brooklyn tweed pattern by Emily Green. I've knit it before. Here is the pattern. It comes with 2 styles. You have a beanie or a folded brim. And here's mine. This is knit out of Leading Men Fiber Arts.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
This is a gift for my nephew, Patrick.
Yeah.
It may be a little bit large for him because I always forget ages. I think he's like 11. So they only have one size, but I figure he could grow into this.
Mm-hmm. And he can fold up that brim. It'll make it a little snug around his head.
Yeah, and this is a DK weight hat.
Hat for Pat.
Again, it is Leading Men Fiber Arts. This is their colorway Midnight Rendezvous. So the reason I'm wearing this is because a lot of people ask me about this colorway. I dyed this with the kit you got me for Christmas 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I haven't been able to replicate it, but I thought this is really similar to this.
It is.
So if you were looking for something that kind of looks like this, and if Leading Men still carries this Midnight Rendezvous, that would be a good substitute.
Totally.
This is a fully ribbed hat, but the rib pattern changes every couple of inches for the most part. I have made 2 of these using Brooklyn Tweed Arbor before. And it's one of my most
It's a
worn.
really great color.
It really is. It's one of my most worn hats.
Yeah. You actually gave me one, I thought.
Yeah, you have one. You'd like to wear mine, but that's okay. So
I just like they fit really well.
Yeah, they do fit.
All the ribbing.
Well.
I know it's a pain in the ass sometimes, but it honestly the fit is wonderful.
And the cast-on's beautiful. It is a.
Oh, this is nice. This is like dense. It's heavy.
Yeah, so it's one needle.
This is gonna be so warm, Kev.
You use a. Let's see. 16-inch circular, US 3 or 3.25 millimeter.
Wow, that looks really good.
Yeah, I love the hat. I love knitting it. Even though ribbing's not my favorite thing to do.
Sure.
It's an easy knit, and it's interesting once the ribbing, when you're changing it, and it knits up really quick. It's DK. It is meant to fit your average adult head, 20 to 24 inches in circumference. No, circumference. Oh, yeah, because the circumference unstretched is 18 and a half inches, roughly. And I just want to see the cast on because I really, really like the cast on for this. Oh, it's a ribbed cable cast on. I really like this, and I may start doing the ribbed cable cast on for all of my hats that start with a 1x1 rib because you don't have to do a long tail with it. So it just makes a really beautiful edging here. I think it looks really finished. So that is my hatch hat. I will block it today. I was going to give it tomorrow, but now I am not.
Which is handy.
Yeah, that's nice. So I will block it. And I have a decent amount of yarn left over. I didn't weigh it, but here's what's left. So I highly recommend that pattern. That is now my 3rd time making that.
So the Paris de Jour.
Thank you. I'm going to know
is Isabel Kramer.
Yes, thank you.
This is Paris de Jour's. I knit one as well, and I loved the knit. Yeah. I thought it was really great.
Here, let's show. It's a DK pattern.
It's a wonderful size.
I actually can take it off now. I only wore it just for that reason. DK pattern with garter and eyelets.
Yep. Super
easy. You have a big chunk of garter here at the end.
Yep.
I want to say this used 4 skeins of DK when I made it.
I think you're right.
There
is a fingering weight version as well.
Oh, is there? Maybe I'll make one.
There is.
I bought yarn to make another one, didn't I? I did.
I feel like you did.
Recently, too. And I don't know from where.
Yeah, so the fingering weight version, let's see. The DK version, you'll need about 750 yards, and the fingering weight version, you'll need about 915 yards.
So 2 skeins of fingering.
Yeah. 2 to 3 skeins of fingering, depending on the size of the,
Yeah.
the yardage of it or whatever.
Oh, true.
Yeah, and then 750 of the DK. So you probably, I
Two,
think
four,
we use
six,
about 3
4
to 4.
skeins. And you'll be safe.
Yep.
All right, so that's my
You
first
could do
FO.
a really nice scrappy version too, or split it up and do the garter in one color.
That's what I got. That's what I'm doing, and I don't remember out of what yarn.
Yeah.
I don't know what I
I don't
bought
know.
for it.
I don't want to make promises, but it would be really nice to knit from our stash this year.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we should do a live. We'll do another. Just an FYI, we did one last year. I know we're kind of all over the place, but we did one last year where we did our favorite knits of 2021.
We did that on New Year's Day.
I think so. So we'll do another one, not on New Year's Day. Maybe. I don't know. Stay tuned.
Who knows?
Who knows?
All right, you're up.
What do I got? Okay, so I finished my Advent socks from Woolens and Nosh. So today, so there's 24 stripes in this Advent. So if you haven't gotten to your 24th stripe yet, I'm gonna show these. So you might get one stripe ruined if that's what you're scared of. Don't be scared. And so what I ended up doing is, because I wanted to have these for Christmas, and I ended up knitting, I think I ended up knitting like 2 to 3 stripes per day on each sock. I did them in tandem. What was really cool about this Advent, like we showed last time, they come in this cute little bag, 2 50-gram balls already skeined up. There's a snap here, so you can't see into the bag, and you can pull out of the bag. The idea is to knit a stripe, then you get a stripe of like this gray. Some people were calling it purple, so it's like grayish purple, we'll say. And then that's when you know to stop, and then you can pick back up again the next day and see what your next color was. The great thing was that there were like it's only 3 rows of each color. So it's only 6 rows of knitting if you wanted to do your socks in tandem, or 2 at a time.
Well, 3 to 4 rows, like see.
Yeah, 3 to 4.
So
Sure.
yeah, you probably had, I would say, including the gray stripe or eggplanty stripe, whatever color, you had about 5 rows of knitting per day.
Which is like nothing.
Yeah.
But if you waited to see all 24 stripes, you definitely would not have your socks done by tomorrow. Although Advent, I think, goes for a little while longer than Christmas, right? Does it end on
It depends
Christmas?
on the Advent.
No, I meant like the
actual
Advent.
I don't know.
So anyway, I will show this, and we opted to get the minis that came with it, which I'm really glad that we did. Okay, so your last chance to look away if you haven't done these, but I would highly recommend watching because these came out really nice, I think.
They're fun.
Aren't they fun? They look
Yeah.
like fruit stripe gum.
Kind of. It reminds me of candy and desserts.
Yeah. So
And stained glass. I do see
I
this,
think
a
I
lot
see
of
the
people
stained
mention
glass.
that, and I can totally see stained glass.
So now with the minis, I was able to get heels, toes, and cuffs. I did about an inch. I did 15 rows of a 1x1 rib, twisted rib, which was a pain in the ass, but I'm glad I did it because it looks really cool. Then I did, I think I did 22 stripes, and then I put in my heel. I did an afterthought heel or a forethought heel, cut-in heel. And then I had my 24th stripe, I think, ends like here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did 20 stripes. 20 stripes, heel, 4 additional stripes, and then I, finished up the foot. I did, because this red here starts a new color. Like starts a new stripe, because this is where it started here. So from here to here are your 24 stripes, and then I did, count however many more. So they are matching. I love this base so much. It's her Targhee base. I believe it's
90-10.
90% Targhee and 10% nylon. So I have quite a bit left over. I didn't weigh them, but these are the 2 skeins left, so they sit there.
Nice.
Yep. It's center pull if you do it like that. I'm sure you can probably go digging in if you wanted to find, but it was center pull, so they kind of collapse on themselves. But I have these 2 left. Then look at all I have left for the minis.
I know you have a bunch.
Yeah. So
That's a good amount.
it is a good amount. So I could have done a longer cuff had I wanted to, and still had a lot left over.
I would keep those aside
going
because they're
to.
good for other heels.
Yeah, or if God forbid these rip or break, which they won't. Her socks, honestly, all of the socks that I have knit out of her yarn still look like they're brand new.
Yeah, it's such a denser fabric.
Yeah,
that it's a super strong yarn.
definitely. So I did these on 2.25 millimeter needles. I did 72 stitches. So the 20 stripes make it about a 7.5 inch leg.
Okay.
And then I put in my stitch markers to mark where I want to put my heel. And then I knit another 7 inches. This is my typical stock recipe, another 7 inches. Then I do a toe. I got down to 14 stitches, and then I grafted the toe. And then I went back and picked up the heel. I knit 5 rows in the round after I cut out the yarn. And then I did this the same way that I do my toe. So I decrease every other round until I got to 20 stitches, and then I decreased every round. And for the heels I went down to 16, and then I grafted the the heel at 16. And
Very nice.
I'm very excited for them. I think that they look really good.
You can wear them tomorrow.
Yep, I'll wear them tomorrow.
Beautiful.
Thank you. That is my one FO, and I finished grafting the heel this morning.
Very nice.
We did a lot of TV watching last night.
Oh my gosh,
So we
much.
we both got a ton of knitting done last night. Yeah, it was really nice. As cold as it was, like it was almost like an excuse to stay inside, and like I feel like I don't know the last time we actually sat for hours watching TV and knitting.
Yeah,
it was a really nice night.
So my next
This is
FO
absolutely
was living
adorable.
in my prototype from Scrappy Angel. It unzips.
I love this so much. I can't believe that you fit that in there. I guess you
And
could.
Pops open to a basket. The yarn that I used is Needles at the Ready Sidewalk Chalk, which I enjoy dyeing that one. It's fun. And then this is Amanda Knits Avocado Toast.
Yeah.
One of my favorite colors ever. And I knit...
I think we have 2 more skeins of that left over, by the way.
I don't know.
I feel like I noticed
That's like a treasure, and I don't use it often.
I know. That's why I think you still have some left.
And I was knitting for our niece,
I'm not
Riley.
a fan of this tea.
What kind did you make?
I thought it would be fun. It's the Girl Scout cookies.
I don't like the Girl Scout cookies either.
Ugh. Caramel coconut?
It's supposed to be like a Samoa,
No.
and it's not.
It's not at all.
So I knit the baby vertebrae for our niece, Riley. I knit her one a couple months ago.
And she loves it.
Yeah, she wears it all the time.
Not by choice.
This is by Kelly Van Nykirk.
Good job.
It is a paid-for pattern. It comes with a pattern to knit for a newborn, 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6, 6 to 12,
Wow.
12 to 18, 18 to 24, and 2 years. It also comes with instructions to knit with a 4-ply fingering, an 8-ply DK, and a 10-ply light worsted.
Holy cow.
So you have a ton of options. You definitely get your money's worth with that pattern.
I think there's also a mama vertebrae pattern, too.
So I finished this morning, and I did a quick little steam block on it. All my ends are woven in.
You did? When did you do that?
I know, right?
Wow.
So this is baby vertebrae for Riley.
Oh, it's so great.
So I did the body out of sidewalk chalk. I thought it would be fun and bright and nice in the cold winter months. And then I used the avocado toast for the cuffs, the little band, and then for the shawl kind of collar. And I opted to do an I-cord bind off just because I think it looks so pretty.
It really does.
And it makes it look a little finished.
A lot finished. It's perfect.
So yeah, I'll actually give this a true block tonight. And it will be dry.
I don't know if you need to.
No, I will. I just love...
I know, seeing
after
you relax and stuff.
Well, relax, and it also just softens it up.
Yeah.
After being handled and everything, it really does change the feel of yarn blocking it.
It's true.
So I think it's just so cute. It's such a quick. It really is a quick knit. Yesterday, between yesterday and this morning, I did this sleeve and the entire shawl collar.
Yeah, you knit a lot on that. This little puff.
But yeah, it's so adorable. So here it is again.
Now, so did you start, remember you were going to do the sleeves in this one color? I think this looks great.
Yeah.
This was a good choice. You guys had a lot of good advice with this.
Yeah, so I had started the sleeve here in the avocado toast, and I wasn't sure how I felt. I actually did not like it. I had thought about leaving what was in and then picking up with the sidewalk chalk and almost making it like a baseball jersey raglan kind of thing was my idea. But then I opted to take it out and just pick up stitches, which actually made it a little bit difficult with the armhole. The armhole was huge.
Oh.
So I actually closed that one up pretty nicely.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, it's so I highly recommend this. If you have anybody who has young kids or newborns, it's nice. And the reason it doesn't close all the way is the idea is that they're going to wear it, and if they spit up, they're not going to spit up on this. They're going to spit up on their onesie.
Yeah, because it ends like here.
Yeah, so it doesn't close all the way to allow for that.
Yeah.
It's just such a great
It's like a little shrug.
Yeah. Really, really beautiful pattern. The pattern's really easy. It's color-coded. I'll actually show you. So here, it's color-coded, so you just pick the size, and then you follow anything. Like I did 3 to 6 months, so I followed everything in the yellow.
I would have followed everything in the green.
So for mine, I knit mine on a US, I want to say a 2. Okay, so I did a 3.25 millimeter and a 2.75 millimeter. So I think that's a 2 and a 3, maybe. I think so. We'll just say that. So that is my last FO.
That's nice.
All right, and moving on to whips, I have 2.
I have 2 as well.
Okay.
Well, kind of. I have one, like, maybe.
So I'm going to do my first one because we just talked about it. So this is living in my Bearded Pearl holiday bag. These are my Advent socks. They went on hold. So, 1, because I was sick, and then 2, because I had to get that hat on the sweater done.
Right.
So I'm not even at my heel yet, and they're not even caught up. I'm doing them in tandem on Magic Loop with a 2.25 millimeter. So that's a US 1. And here they are. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 stripes on mine.
So now yours is 64 stitches?
Yes, I'm doing 64.
So it's interesting. You can definitely see
the stripes
are larger than mine, because even though...
Yeah, you're
wow,
right.
You can definitely see that.
Yeah, I get 4 to 5.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I get...
I'm not sure I understand.
She has been nosy. It's beyond belief. She needs to chill the F out.
And here's a good example of what Ray was talking about. Here's the bag, and you have yarn coming out of each side that you can pull from. And I guess now I can unsnap it since I've seen the socks.
Should I have protected them from you? I mean, obviously you don't watch this video. So.
No, I don't watch the video. I'm going to forget everything as soon as we leave the room. So I will, I'll be able to get back to knitting those now. Maybe I'll work on these today. We'll see. So that's my first whip.
Sounds lovely.
And right, so I did
There's motion at the front door.
2.25 millimeter, 64 stitches. I also did a 1x1 twisted rib, and I believe longer, though. I did mine for 18 rows, I think.
Really? Yours looks longer than that. Huh.
Yeah, 18 to 20. I don't recall. I think 18. Yeah, three additional rows. All right, you're up.
You know what I was just thinking?
No, I don't. Please tell me.
I think this wasn't the mini. This was the start of the skein.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't add a mini here.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I did. because I wove in the ends. Okay. Glad we had that conversation.
Good. Glad it's all worked out.
Me too.
Up next.
Next, I can show another pair of socks. These I've been working on for a while, since
What socks?
the fall.
Oh, okay.
This is also living in my
Scrappy Angel.
Scrappy Angel basket, that box. I'm not quite sure what she's going to call this. So I did not make a lot of progress, but I figured I would show it. I knit this while we were getting our haircut, and then I think that was about it. I had cast on last time I finished. These are the... Let me start over. Let's start all over.
Please, do so.
This is the Falling in Love colorway by Denise over at Earth Tones Girl and a collaboration with Michelle of Woolens and Nosh. The color is, get it? Falling, Falling, Falling in Love.
Falling.
Beautiful colorway. I'm sure you all have seen this. I showed this last time. This is my finished, well, almost finished socks. What the stripe pattern looks like. I'm going to do a cut and heel here. And I just started the second one. I got the ribbing done, and now I'm just on Stockinette City. Again, this yarn, it feels so nice. So here's the composition and how much yardage you have. It's 411 yards, 80%, 90% superwash Targhee, 10% nylon. It's a 3-ply.
And it's a 3-ply.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about getting some of her solids. She has solids now.
Yeah.
And I think it would look really cool to do kind of like an 80s style sock, I guess. Or like the sports socks. So you do like with the big stripes around the cuff, like a really long cuff. I think that would be cool with like 2 different solids to be able to do that. So I might try that after the holidays, take a look and see what she has.
Are you going to knit that from our stash?
No, because I don't have any solids.
Oh, that's right.
You are sassy biatch today. So I think I talked about this, but I wanted to make these match. So in order to make them match, I did have to pull out a little nugget of some of the colors to be able to do that. But I did a twisted German cast on, or a German twisted cast on. And what I ended up doing, I think I talked about this last time, is right where the 2 colors meet, that's where I put my slip knot. And then as I was casting it on, that's what gives it this little color.
You know, I was just thinking.
What?
I may give it a shot next time I do socks and do a 1x1 rib.
Mm-hmm.
I may do the ribbed cable cast on.
So that would be really nice.
It'd be really finished looking.
If you do the 2 color, yeah.
And then, because you don't have to worry about your tail either.
Right.
I might do that next time.
Yeah, that might be good. So, that's what I got.
Very nice.
Thanks. I'm going to do contrasting heels and toes. This is the contrasting color.
All right. So, you might as well talk about this too. We're going to talk about the same thing.
We are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, next up is
I love
my
how
brother.
You tell me what to do all the time. That's how I live my life.
My brother asked us like 2 weeks ago to knit.
We talked about this, and you volunteered me. Voluntold me.
I knew you were going to say that. So he asked if we could knit my sister-in-law and his mother-in-law a scarf, but by scarf he meant shawl. So we decided to do so, and we chose the pattern, the Drifter.
Yeah.
By Tammy Gore. This pattern comes with 2 versions, a 3-color version and a 2-color version. We both chose to do 2-color versions.
We're doing like a modified 2-color version.
Yes. The only color choices that we were given was they like the beach. So we had to go with that to kind of come up with our color palettes. And these are knit on a US 6 4mm needle. Mine is living in my bag by, I know this name. Oh gosh. Where is it? What is it?
Twinkle in Twilight.
Oh yeah, Twinkle in Twilight.
That was Twinkle, Twinkle Little Star.
Oh, good job.
Probably wasn't.
All right, so I actually changed one of my colors before I cast on.
Good for you.
So I got to figure out
It's with a really bad
So yeah,
taste in my
this
mouth.
is Twinkle and Twilight. I have like 6 of her bags. I love them.
It says a lot. You have 3.
I don't know. I may have 6. Strap has some pockets on the inside.
She's on Etsy.
And it has like a little thing right here to, I don't know, for like a pen or to put your needles in so that they don't go everywhere. So here is what I have so far. I just started section 3 of the shawl. Last time, I don't think I cast this on last time. You did, and you had a thong.
I did have a thong.
Right?
Yes.
So here is mine so far. It's garter with a detail down the middle, and I think you're only increasing on. I think you increase on every side.
Yeah. In each side.
So, color number 1 here, I'm using Sweet Georgia Tough Love Sock.
Georgia. This
is called Windswept, and it is Tough Love Sock 80/20, and it is 425 yards, 388 meters. It's 115 grams. That's actually quite large.
Really cool.
So that's my first one. My second color was going to be I don't know what this one is then.
It's attached.
No, I know. I don't know what colorway it is.
Downton Abbey.
No, I think that's this one. This one was going to be Lady Sybil's dress, but so here I felt like they looked pretty contrasty. Yeah. I was like, oh, great. But then when I went to go cast this on and held it up to the blue.
That picture.
I know. But I just went to go cast on a couple stitches, like knit a couple stitches with it. I was like, absolutely not. This isn't going to work. So I was going to use this and this, which is the mini that came with it. Mm-hmm. But I opted to go with this color. So it's a white. What the heck is this? This is Lolo did it too. I don't know, to be honest. Not sure of the colorway name. It's not in my bag. So I literally just started section 3, which...
It's really pretty. Your colors are really nice.
Oh, here. You can see it's worked in there. Yep. So it's very hard to see, actually. But it's a simple pattern. I actually enjoy knitting it.
It is a simple pattern. Mm-hmm.
It's really nice and squishy so far.
Yeah.
I was going to do a modified 3-color one, but these two are too similar.
Mine are very similar as well.
I can't use that many, I don't think. So we'll see, though.
I'm actually glad that I did do the 3-color. So my version is using 3 different colors as well. The main color I'm using Superfine Yarn Co. out of Cleveland. This is in her Erie Singles base. Oops. Which is really interesting to work with. It's 400 yards, 100 grams.
Have you ever worked with a single before?
Yeah, the
Unique Socks.
Machetta is singles.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. So this is called Charmer. It was a one-of-a-kind colorway. Charmer. That is this one, which is really nice. This is definitely beachy.
Yeah, it's like, I think the colors that we chose, we were thinking like water and sea glass and things of that nature to give that beach vibe.
This one is Trilogy Yarn. And in her, I believe it's a 80/20. So I think that's her glamorous base. And the colorway is Inconceivable. This was part of one of her clubs that I was part of a little while ago from the Princess Bride. So then these were the 2 colors that I had. And then the pop of color that I wanted to add in there is...
No.
Ruh-roh.
It came with your Inconceivable.
Oh, it came with my Inconceivable. It's the mini that came with the Inconceivable. This is all I have left.
Oh, nice.
I know. I did really well.
Good bit of it.
I did. Okay, so here's where we're at. There's a lot of... And the cool thing about this pattern, too, is that you carry the yarn, so there's not a lot of there's definitely not a lot of ends. Because I added that third color, there is.
You didn't carry up your other colors through that third color? Okay.
No.
Oh, that third color.
Doesn't that make it pop?
That's a really nice detail.
I know. I think it brings it together pretty well.
And is this where the third color...
Hold on.
Oh, in the 3-color version where you would have started with
color 3? So
I
used the 3-color version because the pattern does come with both.
Right.
Suggestion for, for both. So I did it. It still calls for me to carry it, over here, but I ran out. So I thought though, like the one stripe would be cool. I'm not sure. I thought you were going to continue.
I'm sorry.
You are not a good partner.
I didn't know which way you were going.
You just hold until I tell you otherwise. Otherwise, give it back to me. I'm good now.
Nope.
I'm not quite sure what the shape. Oh, I see now. So that'll go like this, and then this should close things out because now I'm decreasing, which is really good. It feels really squishy, like Kevin was saying. Bless you. The single ply,
Thank you,
which is here, makes this section very, very drapey. And then, so I think what I'll do is, even if the pattern doesn't call for it, I might end it the same way. Because I think that might look really cool. So that's where I'm at. I'm on section 6 of 7.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So I'll have this done probably by the next podcast. But I'm so happy that I ended up going with that third stripe because these are pretty close. There's not a lot of contrast between the two, although you can kind of see them a little bit here,
and even there in this section up here, right by your needle.
So that's where I'm at
right
right now. Mm-hmm. So
I got to find a different mini to use for mine.
We have plenty of minis. We have.
I know. I'll go in the stash and see if I can find something that kind of pops a little bit more with it. Oh wait.
So that's and this is living in my Whimsy Stitches bag.
I love
which is
that bag.
Super cool. It's very festive.
Yes, love festive bags.
Me too. I feel like I need a cough drop because that tea.
Here.
I didn't get that tea out of my system. Thanks.
Do you have any more whips? Because I'm all out of whips.
Well, okay. So I have this that I was trying my hand at making some ornaments. Finished, like, I didn't want to start a whole new project, for a gift knit. And this year I didn't do any homemade ornaments, which I had the past 2 years and I really enjoyed doing them. So I wanted to try to do, those little mini mochi snowmen that I showed last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to see if I could make some larger ones that would go on the tree. Oops. Oh, fail. So this was the little mini one, which I showed last time, which I think is super cute.
Yeah.
So I found some yarn that we had, Wool of the Andes worsted. So I wanted to see the size. I was just trying to test things out and to see if it would work or not. This one is in white or cloud, white. And then this is coal. So this I was using for, I was going to embroider, but I think I have a different idea that I'm going to try. And then this one I wanted to do for the scarves, which I thought was really cool. And the colorway is called Winter Night. So I thought that was perfect.
Yeah.
So I knit up a few of them. And then I was just practicing. I didn't cut any of the thread out of this yet because I don't like how he looks. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. But this is what...
What don't you like?
I think he looks angry. And his hands are like... I don't know. I think I was a little bit too tight with the embroidery. And then I have a hole right here. So maybe I can do that.
Here's what my suggestion would be for this.
Mm-hmm.
Is to unply the yarn, the black.
And do smaller.
Use apply. And with embroidery, what you could do is like... You could go... I don't know what type of stitch it's called, but you go in and make them shorter because you made just you did really long.
So I was
strands.
because I was just trying to see I was just, like I said, I didn't cut it or anything because I wanted to see how it would look. My other option is to get sticks from outside and hot glue them on there, which I think I might actually do that. Or I can have it, I can stick them inside there, which I think would be really cool. The eyes are okay because they look kind of like coal. Coal is shaped a little bit differently. I did 2 other bodies. They take no time at all to do.
Yeah.
And I did these I did the magic loop, and I did them on a US 6. My chow glues.
So, one other suggestion.
And I made the scarves.
I don't think you need to change it really.
And the scarves I ended up crocheting. So I crocheted, I chained 25. I chained 25, and then I just did a single crochet. One, against it one last time. And I thought that was a perfect length.
If you do the twigs, what I would do is do coal down the center so that you have something like on the body down here.
Yeah, I could definitely do that.
Do
I think
like
that
the
would be really
buttons?
cool. Mm-hmm.
So maybe do that.
And then that'll cover up that, whatever that. I think what ended up happening, you can see.
The black
caught on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I might finish these.
I would finish them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would finish that one. Even.
Yeah, I'm going to, this is where the thread is.
Pull it out.
So I might just pull it out.
Oh, they're super cute. Continue.
Okay. I would like to try the twigs. We ended up going to Christmas tree shop, and when you're waiting in line, I don't know if you all have a Christmas tree shop near you, but when you're waiting in line, the lines purposefully makes you go down like an extra aisle kind of thing where they have all these impulse buys. And of course, I impulse bought a glue gun, a mini glue gun, which we don't own a glue gun.
No, we don't.
Hot glue gun.
They're good to have.
That's what I said, and you looked at me like it was the worst idea.
No, I just thought it. No, I didn't look at you like it was the worst idea that you ever had. I just thought it was interesting that we're, like you said, walking down the.
I know.
Here, grab some more crap on your way out.
Yeah, it was like $3. I'll show you. It's like right there.
And didn't you grab something else too?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know.
But look at it. It's $4. I mean, how could you go wrong? $4 from the Christmas tree shop. Hot melt, little glue gun. Right?
I bet you, too, now that you've said this, your mom's going to watch this, and she's going to be like, Rain, I have 20...
Rain?
Yeah, because she calls you Rain all the time.
She does?
Yes.
No, she calls me Rain.
No, she calls you Rain a lot.
I think she calls me Raymond.
That's
my name.
Well, she calls you Richie, Robbie, Bella... Rain.
Oh my gosh, I have this still.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So, but she probably has like 25 hot glue guns, and she's going to yell at you and tell her that...
He's really fucking cute.
Tell you that she should have had one.
I know.
All right. So that's all the knitting content.
So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try the sticks. I think that would be really cool. And then I like the idea of adding the coal down there. I mean, if it's on your tree, maybe it doesn't look that bad.
No, it doesn't look bad. Just do it.
We'll see. So I was just playing around, like I said. So I only made 3 of them. And so, Mom, if you're watching, you might get one of these for Christmas.
She would love it. All right.
What else?
So that's done with like our whips and
Wow,
knits.
look at us. We're like under an hour.
I know.
Okay, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. It's been great fun. This one actually might be a short one.
It could be. I'm just going to talk about some stuff that we still have in the shop.
We have some fun things to do today.
So this colorway is called Villainous. It's a 75-25. There's a couple of these.
This is really nice.
Like a purple with some green and like grays and almost like a blue in there.
Yeah.
This is, I decided to name this ballet slippers. So really nice, like peachy pink. Really pretty and tonal. This is Wintersteel.
This is one of my favorites. I would love this in a sweater.
I love this color.
Yeah, me
I think it's a really nice light gray. And
there's a lot of this left, actually.
Little hint of blue in it. And it is named after a book that we just read. This I only have one of. I need to do some more of this. This is Asteroid Belt on 75-25. I'll do some of this soon because I like dyeing this.
It's really nice. Look at the little extra browns and stuff that are in there. Is that brown?
Yeah,
Please
there's
tell
some
me it's brown.
brown. There's speckles of like orange and yeah, it's really really fun. It
Really
has some
fun.
dark browns, some like orangey browns, then some really light beige and tan colors in it.
462 yards is a lot.
Yes, and then this is the only one, and I think that this was a one of a kind, but I named it Skyfall.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
It is.
I
I'll have to
love
try
all
to
those pops
recreate
of
it.
colors.
I have an idea of what colors I used.
That's the only one left.
It is. And then this is Iron Mountain.
This one's good too.
This is, so this has some like gray, blue, white, this really nice blue in there, which next time I dye it, I'm going to try to get some more of that in there. This is on 80/20, 2-ply.
Oh, it's a 2-ply.
Yeah, that's 80/20 is typically 2-ply. That's why when I knit socks, I don't go with an 80/20. A 2-ply is not as strong as a 3 or 4-ply.
Even though it has a nylon in it.
Even with the nylon, it's spun looser, so I don't tend to use 80/20 for my socks.
But they make great. It's great for like shawls and hats and things.
Yep.
It's great for socks too. I like 80/20. I think it gives it a little.
No, it's a preference. I just don't. It not scares me, but I know that they're more likely to wear out in 80/20 than a 75/25 because it's not spun as tightly, a 2-ply. So that's why I opt for 75/25s. And that's the shop. And then I will be, I don't know when, I have to take an inventory of the undyed yarn that I have and see if I have enough. I'm going to do some more in the coming weeks. I'll do some more peppermint bark now that I found the recipe and tried it and it worked. So that will be coming back. And then we'll see. I just need to see how much 75/25 I have left.
Great.
And that was shop. So let's talk about Owl Post.
Okay.
I have here. I'm going to start with this.
Oh, okay. I'll do the same.
Do I have all the Owl Post?
No.
Okay. All right. So this is everything. All right. So first,
I'm not going to show.
yeah. So first thing is, on our Thursday night knit night, we've talked about them before. We knit with all of our friends every Thursday for the past like 2 years now, almost 2.5. We do a little kind of, if you opt in, we do a skein exchange and a Christmas card like sign up. So this year we both opted into the skein exchange, and I was sent this beautiful yarn by our friend Elizabeth. I've never used this dyer before.
No.
So this is Skein Cocaine. This is Hot Air Balloon on their 80/20 base. And look at all those beautiful colors. It's got like that
Zebra pole?
zebra
Or barber pole?
barber pole, but only on some of it. Really, I've never seen a base like where it's only like half. It's just so pretty. I love
really
this
pretty.
color right there, that like fuchsia-y pink.
So you know,
many great colors.
This is similar to the yarn that I used to knit that shawl that
For Peggy.
for Peggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really beautiful. So thank you, Elizabeth.
Yeah, really nice. My 2 skeins came from our friend Lucy, who is so giving. She sent a couple of other fun gifts too. One of them I will show because I think it's hilarious. So this one is Knitted Wit sock. It's an 80% superwash, 20% nylon, 420 yards. The colorway is Mush, which I think is absolutely awesome.
I love that color.
It's so good. The second one comes from O Loops, which I have never seen before either. It's their Perfection Knot, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards. The colorway is Newt Scamander.
That's another really good one.
So she did a really good job choosing for me. These are perfect.
Yeah, I might.
You're not stealing them.
No, I was gonna say I might have to buy it for something.
You can have it.
No, I'm knitting from stash.
I'm gonna add this to your stocking.
No. weird.
So she sent a couple of other goodies, but I thought that these were hilarious. So I do
it's
want to
so
show these. And I was thinking about doing them today in the podcast, but like to actually use them, but we'll wait. So this is the Perfect Man hot chocolate bomb. It says he puts the hot in hot chocolate. So you get some warm milk. He also has marshmallows inside of him. So as he melts, the
Marshmallows come out.
right. So the heating instructions: just heat a cup of milk or your favorite non-dairy beverage until warm, and then carefully add the Perfect Man to allow it to melt. So like he hang out in like the hot tub, and then he'll melt, and then you can drink him up.
Since we don't have milk, do you think it would work well in almond milk?
Did you not buy milk?
No, I bought almond milk instead.
That's a good idea.
Right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, okay.
Of course it would.
Nice.
Yeah.
So thank you, Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy, thank you. This was really hilarious. I thought this was so funny. I'm not going to have this link down below. This is your show for the Perfect Man. Google the Perfect Man and see what happens. She also sent a couple of other really cool goodies, but and a lovely note. So Lucy, thank you so much. That really brought a smile to our face. You know, a lot of this, I was just looking around. I don't think that we made any purchases. These are all things that were gifted to us.
Yeah.
And you've all been so nice, but like over this year, and we can't thank you enough for all the fun things that you've sent. And one of the things that I'll show, I can show now actually. I don't know who sent it, and I'm sure I can scan this to send a thank you, which I'll probably try to do. But the last time, 2 podcasts ago, we were talking about this yarn that I bought from Freya. Oh gosh, please don't awful. From Freya Fibers. It's their cloud sock yarn, and it's 100% wool, superwash wool. It doesn't contain any nylon. And so one of you sent me a spool of nylon thread to hold with the yarn to strengthen the toes and the heels and all those fun things.
Very nice.
Which I thought was so awesome. So I don't know who you are. I will send you a thank you on Amazon. There was no note or anything. So if it's you, thank you. That was really, really sweet. I opened it up. I was like, oh my gosh, like you guys really listen to us when we speak. So thank you. So this will be one of my projects in the coming months. I thought that was really sweet.
And then we got this beautiful gift from a viewer, and it came with a really beautiful card and said that they had something in their craft room, and they wanted to send it to us to add some holiday cheer to our table, and they saw the print and thought of Ray. So I don't know if you noticed this when you looked at these, but they sent us a set of placemats with some gnomes.
Yep.
Here's the beautiful back. I really like that fabric too. And then, did you notice that this is a gnome?
Oh my gosh, the embroidery.
So, the gnome, the stitching in the middle is also a gnome. Here's the beard, here's the hat, here's the gloves over here. These are...
It's probably not showing up very well on the...
No, they're... Yeah.
You can see it from the back.
Yeah, you can also see like the stitching on the back. So super
How cool.
freaking cute and creative. So thank you very much.
There's no shop listed or anything like that. I think this was just something.
This was just a gift. And they're adorable.
So we will definitely put this on our table.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Our table, we really like our
holiday tables.
Holiday tables. We do not have placemats on the table though, but I think that would add.
Yeah.
I think that would add a lot to the table. So thank you. We will definitely do that.
Do you have anything else on your side?
I do have one more thing, which was such a beautiful gift. I'm not quite sure how we're going to decide who gets to use this. I'm feeling the holiday spirit, so I won't.
No, whoever wants to use it can use it when they want to.
Oh, great. So I have a project in mind already.
Look at how quickly that changed.
Kidding. Oh my gosh.
So rude.
All right. So this comes from Sarah. She was wonderful and thought about us because at Rhinebeck, and you know what? We should probably put put it up at some point. When we were at Woolens Woolen Folk, and we did our live podcast studio there. Somebody in the audience, you would think that I was drinking wine then too, but I kind of called this person out because I loved their bag. While they were just sitting there, I was like, "Oh my god, I love your bag!" And then like mid-sentence, so she sent us one of the bags. So it's
a really nice bag
too.
It
is incredible. So this is from Artifact, American made. They design and make small batch products with purpose in our Omaha, Nebraska studio. More than 90% of their studio waste is composted or recycled, which I think is really cool. They make bags, aprons, home and personal accessories. Guys, check this out.
It's such a good bag.
This is such a cool bag. It is extremely well made. It's huge. It's got a lot of pockets.
Yeah.
Along the sides, in the front. The straps are leather or faux leather. I think they're real leather. They smell lovely.
Swear.
It's made very, very well. There's some grommet holes in there too if you want to put some things through there, or even like attach your keys or something. I think it would be really cool. But I absolutely love this bag. The color is perfect.
Yeah, it's really, really beautiful.
Yeah, it's everything.
I haven't checked out the shop yet. I'm gonna check out the shop today.
So this came a while ago. I think probably shortly after.
Yeah, not too long after probably that Sunday, because we went to the post office that Sunday.
Mm-hmm. So I can't thank you enough. I'm glad that you didn't feel attacked or embarrassed when I called you out about your fun bag at Woolen Folk. But thank you. This was really, really lovely.
And then we have one more thing. Our friends over at Les Garçons, super generous, and they sent us over their Advent.
Is it really noon?
Yeah.
Wow.
They sent us over their holiday with the Yetis.
Yes.
Advent. So we have been opening this up every day. So we've opened up most of it. We have one more thing to open tomorrow. So I'm going to go through these and show y'all. So if you haven't opened yours, which I would think that you have because it's numbered to open. But if you haven't, you can look away.
So this kit can be used to make their holidays with the Yetis. I think it's a cowl. It might be a shawl.
I haven't seen the pattern yet. You have it.
So I haven't seen the pattern yet either because it's like a mystery pattern. As you go each day, you can add more things to it.
And I think I'm going to be the one who knits it.
Why do you think that?
Because. Okay. So here's the.
It's really effed up.
You just asked
so this is
me
the
yesterday.
Yetis. The Yetis cowl is the pattern.
You literally just asked me yesterday if I said, "Oh, are you going to knit it?" So I am.
Really?
Yeah. Do you not recall that conversation?
No, I think you made that up.
Nope.
Probably had a dream about me.
Here's
not the first time.
Here's the main skein. This is on their BFL sock.
Well, there's another one in there too.
Yeah, there's two skeins in here. Full skeins. We've only opened one. This was day one. It's the BFL sock. This is 80% superwash BFL, 20% nylon. So this is Winter Wonderland.
It's so good.
And it comes with the two Progress Keepers, which are freaking adorbs. Right? Beautiful. And now these minis, I have no idea what order they were opened in. So I'm just going to show them.
Oh, yeah. We didn't keep track. Sorry, guys.
No. So we have Oscar the Yeti. Sprout the Yeti.
That's a beautiful color.
Cordelia.
That was last night.
This was yesterday's. No, today's. This was today's.
Today's. Opened this morning.
Gerard. Lorraine.
Oh, look at the this one has
Eli. I really like Eli.
I like Eli too.
Kirby. Cutes.
So good.
And Seth. You know what's funny? So a lot of their names are like a spin on a famous person.
So these are the colors.
So I'm trying to figure out who, if any of these are. Like this reminds me of maybe the video game Kirby. And then I was trying to think like Cordelia. Is it Cordelia from Buffy?
Probably.
So I try to think
what
of things
Cordelias
like that.
do you know?
I don't know. And it came with a ornament.
Yes.
This amazing smelling candle. This was day 10.
You sure you're gonna knit this?
Yep. This is a soy candle.
This smells holidays. Say that word.
You say that word. This is called Snowy Forest. Oh my God. We should light it today.
Oh, we should.
It smells so good. So beautiful candle. I love the
Oh my
jar.
gosh.
I know. It's so good. I don't know who the candles.
Pan Ludgi. It's on there.
Is it?
Oh.
Oh, there?
Mm-hmm.
There. That's the maker of the
I
candle.
think that's what it is.
That's what we're gonna. That's what we
see.
think.
Like this is maybe their collaboration, like Garcon and
Yeah, that's.
Pan Mood.
Yeah.
That word.
Maybe we should Google them.
We should probably link it down below. I have a lot of things to link. I'm tired. We might not get show notes done. Did you see the bag?
Hold on, I was gonna Google to see if that's who it was.
And look, it came with a little bag, which is absolutely adorable. I'm gonna put all this in there. The minis. Should have probably done it one at a time.
Yes, it is them.
Yeah.
That is them.
Okay, good.
Okay. Whew. All right. And then we still have our last thing to open tomorrow,
Fine.
which looks like
Let's
it's
just do it now.
no,
All right.
which looks like it's a full skein of yarn. And
feels like
it was just again.
maybe it's a 50-gram skein.
Maybe. Oh yes, it feels 50, and then it's just packaged so well.
Yeah, it was
There's
really cute with the stickers. They're so good, and they're like working on all these collaborations now.
Yeah, so don't buy any of them between the 26th and 29th until after we've made our purchases.
We'll let you know when we buy ours first.
So if you can please hold off on buying their collabs. And that's all the knitting.
Did you show that?
Oh, and one last thing. My bad.
We don't have to.
Yeah, no. So we got a really nice
I would like to have one.
gift from Aaron and Kyle, who we met at Rhinebeck. We talked about them in our Rhinebeck recap. This is some candy from Shane Confections.
From Philadelphia,
From
PA.
And it came with all of these beautiful treats in it.
Yeah.
Um,
They are gourmet.
like, I don't want them to fall, but look at how
Which one should I have?
beautiful they are. You're gonna eat one right now.
Yep.
I would go, and I would personally,
Cinnamon milk chocolate ganache.
I would go with the rosemary caramel to be a little adventurous.
Rosemary caramel.
That one, yeah.
Wow, look at how nice this is.
I know. So pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I love a chocolate that has that sheen on it.
My God. It's literally rosemary.
Do you
And
think it
caramel.
tastes like rosemary and caramel?
Yes.
No, you can finish having. Yeah, thank you, though. There's a second one.
What an interesting combination. Mmm.
Very nice.
I would never have thought rosemary.
And caramel. But it's that savory and sweet, which is always, they just complement each other. I mean, not that you can go and have something savory and sweet all the time, but it kind of makes sense.
Well, that was just delightful.
So thank you very much, Aaron and Kyle.
Yes, you guys are awesome.
Yes, thank
Send
you.
A heart. Is that a good
Heart.
heart?
Yes, that's a good heart. All right, so I guess all we have left is what we've been reading and watching.
This is going to be one of our
It's going to be an hour and a half. What?
All
right, so watching. We've watched quite a bit.
We've watched a lot.
So while I was sick, all right, first let's back up. We both started playing this game on our iPhone.
Yeah, really stupid.
It is. It's called like Star Wars
Galaxy of Heroes.
Galaxy of Heroes. And there are a bunch of characters. You collect shards, unlock characters, blah, blah, blah. You do all these battles.
Yeah.
But there were all these characters that I wasn't familiar with. So I started Googling like who they were. And several of them were in an animated animated series called Star Wars Rebels. So in my sickness, I decided to start watching that. So I've watched all of season 1 and I'm almost done with season 2. And then we also, for TV viewing, we yesterday finished the Star Wars series called Andor, which was so good.
I thought it was really good too. I wasn't sure when we first started it.
Correct.
I was like, how is this relating to anything? I don't really understand. And it's like, what's the point? But then I found myself like getting so sucked into the story of these characters. And even though it took place in the Star Wars universe, it was interesting because like there were some big picture like revelations, but not anything out of control. I think it was the underlying like theme, like, you'd think that the rebellion was for good people, but you actually have to do what you have to do.
Yeah. So the series takes place between episodes 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And you follow the main character, Cassian Andor. And the entire series is really kind of about the start of the rebellion.
Right.
And how it's kind of working to get off the ground. Like it's not an established thing.
No. And then like you have Mon Mothma is like one of the main characters.
And I love her character.
Me too.
I like the actress. I got to see if she's in anything else because I would love to see her.
Yeah, I like her as an actress too. She can emote a lot on her face. Like she can say a lot on her face without saying anything at all.
I thought it's really well done.
Mm-hmm.
I like it better than I have any of the movies that have come out. Like we didn't watch the Han Solo one, but the like Rogue One right? Was that one that we
Rogue
watched?
One we watched.
I like the series. I thought the series was really, really well done.
Yeah, it was well done. What was the other one that they did that we watched with the Seven Sisters or whatever they're called? The Seventh Sister. Is that a different Star Wars one?
The Seventh Sister. Oh, yes. Actually,
something about Jedi.
Yeah. Crap. So we watched Mandalorian.
Right.
Oh, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi's.
It is?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. I definitely like this better than the Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
Yeah, I do too.
And it's up there with Mandalorian. I really liked Mandalorian.
Me too.
So,
is there season 2 yet? Or 3?
Not 3, 2. We watched
2, yeah.
So this was a good one. And then yesterday we started and finished Interview with the Vampire on AMC Plus. So good.
From episode 1, hooked.
Yeah, done. It's
hook, line, and sinker.
7 episodes. We watched all 7 yesterday.
Yeah.
The first episode was fantastic.
Hook, line, and sinker.
It changes the story of... Not changes it. It kind of enhances the story
Which
of
makes sense, though, because the premise is he's interviewing a vampire, right, in the book. And so now it's 20 years later, or whatever it is, 30 years later, even longer. And perspectives have changed.
Yeah.
So it's cool how, like, a lot of times when you watch those remakes or whatever, it's like, oh, you're taking a lot of liberties in the story. But the way that they set it up is like, it's okay to take those liberties because really the story from back in the day was from his perspective at that time.
Correct.
And now things have changed.
Yeah.
It was really I thought it was a great story.
Yeah, the acting was fantastic. I really like the way that they treated Lestat in this series because in the movie, Lestat is played by Tom Cruise. He has no accent. Lestat is from Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Europe.
So he comes with a European accent, heavily leaning towards French. And
He also comes with a little tight body, that guy.
both of them.
Yeah.
They're both very nice to look at. So
I know. I had a little crush on, what's his name?
Louis,
Louis.
who is
Who is he?
we talked about this yesterday. I think it's Grey Worm from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I can't see him as Grey Worm in Game of Thrones.
Do you remember Grey Worm?
Not really.
So remember the head of her army, of Daenerys' army?
Yes.
This-
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah.
He aged well.
It
was really good.
it was. I thought they did a phenomenal job with that.
It's dark. It's for sure dark. There's a lot of triggers, but I also appreciate before the episode starts, it kind of talks about, what the triggers are. So they tackle suicide and domestic violence and things like that. And it gives you a warning before you even start. So if you're sensitive to, to triggers, or you don't really feel like you want to watch something like that, it at least lets you know before that episode what those triggers might be.
So then we've watched a bunch of movies too. So on Netflix, we watched the movie called The Noel Diary, which I liked, but the end pissed me off.
Me too.
Because it just ended.
I don't even think I liked the movie.
I did.
You did?
Yeah. I liked the movie. I did not like the end. I needed closure. That did not give me closure.
There was zero closure.
None. I'm kind of upset about that. It's in line with a Hallmarky style movie.
I think it was Netflix attempt at making a Hallmark style movie.
With better actors, though. Okay. Yes.
But not better acting.
Look.
I think when you're watching a Hallmark movie, maybe because I expected it to be better.
Okay.
Like the acting, because it's a Netflix movie.
And
so with a Hallmark movie, like, it's just par for the course. You know what you're going to get. So the acting doesn't bother you. Like, it doesn't bother me, the acting, because you just expect it to
there's
be
some acting that bothers
super
me,
cheesy.
and I have to shut it off.
Okay, true. Point. But most of the time, you just expect it's going to be cheesy and, like, whatever. But I thought I set it up too high in my own head. And then when it just
ended,
like, what happens?
I
What
know.
happened to the house? Are you guys going to get together? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, where
Right.
can I get?
Do you go every year to decorate your dad's tree? Like, what happens?
Can I get an epilogue? Like,
Yeah,
can
totally.
I know what happened here?
Right. Like, can you fast forward?
Right.
2 years later.
I
Give
know.
me something.
Awful.
It was okay. It was definitely holiday. So,
Yes. I like the actress. She's from Station 19 on ABC.
I like her a lot.
I can't think of her name because we haven't watched that in a couple of years. And
Right.
then he is from the show with Mandy Moore.
Mandy Moore.
Yeah, the one that just ended. That show. You guys will know. If you know the show, you know. But that show with Mandy Moore.
I don't know. And if you don't know, you don't know. You know what? These new chairs, I can't put my arm
They're not.
here.
So then we watch Black
Hey,
Adam.
that's comfortable.
I'm so happy for you. We watched Black Adam,
We did.
which, I mean, it's a superhero thing. You don't expect much. I thought that we talked about this recently. I thought it was decent.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the story.
Mm-hmm.
What I really loved about this movie is that it was a really good indication of how history is different depending on the viewer.
True. Yes.
Who right?
Who writes the history?
Who writes the history.
Yeah.
That's said better. Thank you. So I just thought that was really interesting to see throughout the movie
Right.
how history changes depending on who's speaking of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think the casting couldn't have been better for Black Adam. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson is like cast perfectly in that role. But now DC made all their changes, so we don't know what's happening. So
No, and I
throw it all
prefer
in the
Marvel
water.
movies over DC, but I prefer DC
Animated movies are fantastic.
heroes. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I think DC as like creators of superheroes do it better, but I think the movies Marvel does better.
Correct. So then we watched on Hallmark The Holiday Sitter with Jonathan Bennett from Mean Girls. It was the first movie on Hallmark where the two main characters are gay men. They did a really decent job. with
They
it.
did a good job. I thought it was really sweet.
The acting from Jonathan Bennett, I could have done without. He was too over the top.
He was
for
over
me.
the top. I agree.
But again, it's a Hallmark movie, and that's kind of how they're directed.
That's my point.
But with anything, right? I always think of this. With anything, you should never be mad at an actor. You should be mad at the director because the director said, this is what I want. And they tell him what to do. And then they act out a scene and the director's like, great, perfect, cut. It's a wrap. And it's like, no, if you were a good director and the acting was that bad, you should have stopped it. But whatevs.
So the acting was not terrible.
No, it wasn't. It was just over the top.
Of course. It was a Hallmark movie.
Yes.
It had all the feels.
I loved it, though.
Everything you needed.
Yes.
I thought the chemistry between the two characters I thought was excellent. It was probably one of the better chemistries I've seen between two people.
Yeah.
On a Hallmark movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was very cute. You know, you got embarrassed with them. I thought it was very adorable. I highly recommend.
Yeah, it was good. It's one of my favorite.
And
Hallmark
I will
movies.
say, yeah, mine too. And I would say that I would watch that Hallmark movie again.
Me too. I didn't delete it.
And oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever watched any other Hallmark movie more than once.
I probably have. I have one more for us on the DVR, and I feel like somebody suggested it. It's called it's not Three Men and a Baby because that's a movie from the 80s, which I love.
I love that one too.
But it's something along
You guys
those
see
lines.
the ghost in that one? Or so they say.
I know. It's something along those lines. It's like three men and whatever. It's three brothers who somehow get left a baby they have to take care of.
Of course they did.
So
Right, of course they did.
I really feel like somebody recommended it and I saw it and I recorded it.
Great.
And that's all we watched. Oh no, Christmas Vacation. We watched it, and when I say we, I really mean Ray watched it. I was participating in the viewing.
You were present in the room.
I was present in the room. I just didn't really get engrossed.
Meanwhile, I laughed and I liked it.
I was sick.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Right? I was sick then, and I...
Well, it
like,
was... Yeah, because we were talking about how we feel like we didn't do much
holiday stuff
this year, and like we didn't watch a lot of our shows that we normally do, or movies or whatever. And I think I had said like, oh man, we haven't watched anything. I was like, we didn't even watch Christmas Vacation. And Kevin was like, let's just throw it on. So we did. It was nice.
And last thing, we came across a new podcast that we watched.
Oh yeah.
And we don't do, I forget, we watch a bunch.
We
and
do.
We don't get to mention everybody. This one we watched and we wrote it down like as we were watching it. So
yeah,
we'll get
she was
better with
lovely.
That. I don't recall her name.
Neither do I.
But the name of the podcast is
find it.
The Black Sheep Knitter. She has one episode out. Super enjoyable to watch.
It was. I thought that she was very comfortable in front of the camera.
She was. She had great energy.
She really did.
Talked about good projects. She likes to buy a ton of yarn, which is fantastic. Love her. The Black Sheep Knitter.
Yeah.
Not Black Sheep Knitting.
Oh, here she is. Hello, friends. Oh, she's had quite a few reviews.
Yeah, she's only has the one episode.
Yeah. Welcome, friends.
I don't recall her name.
I don't either, and I wish I did.
Do the transcript, maybe?
That's okay. Sarah Dawson.
Sarah. So check her
Black
out.
Sheep Knitter on Insta.
And then lastly, what have we been reading?
The same freaking thing.
Yeah, so I finished.
Oh, you actually updated it. Good job.
Yeah, I forgot to put what I'm reading. I have it on my Kindle up already.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished reading Cradle book 11, which is called DreadGod. So I am caught up with that series. I'm waiting for book 12.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Just love the series. I can't wait to see how this ends. And yeah, I don't even know what more to say about it. Because we've talked about it for about 6 months now.
I know. I'll jump on that too because that covers everything that I've reading. I finished 3 of them, and I'm on the last book now, DreadGod, which Kevin just finished, and I'm about halfway through. I thoroughly agree. This series is really cool. I've given it 5 stars out of 5.
Yeah.
Every time I finish the book, it's effortless the way that they jump from book to book and continue to build on the story. You know, I don't, there's no difference in like, feelings, like themes for these books, I think, which is great. Like, if you were to look at, for example, the Harry Potter series, for those of you who've read Harry Potter, that, like, the first couple of books start out, you know, very light, young, you know, whatever. And then by the end, you know, you're dealing with some really intense, heavy, adult-like things. And these books, I think, has just remained consistent throughout the whole. I think it's intelligent. Some of the characters really make you laugh out loud. Like,
Absolutely.
I laugh out loud with, like, Dross. And
Oh, yeah.
I think it's great.
We...
What?
All the time now, too. So the
yeah.
main character is...
I should have gotten you one for Christmas.
I know.
That would have been
I
great.
thought about it.
Yeah.
So this is it's a sci-fi book that is... Sci-fi fantasy, which takes its... that has a lot of martial arts and Asian
culture
influence in the writing. Mm-hmm. So
specifically, like,
yes.
honorific tendencies and families and clans and things like that.
Right. So the main character is Wei Shi Linden. He is goes by Linden. He is from the Wei clan, and his family's last name is Shi. So Wei Shi Linden. Mm-hmm. And throughout the entire series, his most common phrases are gratitude. Gratitude or apologies. So we say that to each other all the time throughout the house now. We'll just do something, we'll be like, apologies. Or, you know,
get me a cup of coffee. Gratitude.
It's fantastic.
So Kevin found shirts. I guess somebody, like, the author...
has a shop. And it has, like, shirts that say, one says gratitude, the other says apologies.
Yeah, we should totally do that.
So just a really good...
Mm-hmm. The author is Will White, W-I-G-H-T. What we read what we read is linked down below.
It is.
With just the name of the book and the author. We don't do a link to, like, where you can find the books. You can find them so many different places, usually. And we do not link what we're watching, though, because that's just a lot, and we can't fit a lot of things.
I know. And then the last thing, I'm currently reading a book. I have another book in my queue that I started reading, and I need to go back to it because I still wasn't in the right mind frame to start it, because the writing style is really, really different right now. So the book that I'm currently reading is kind of like one of those cozy mysteries, I guess is what you would call it. It's called Amethyst Witch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
when did you start that?
A couple nights ago. This is a prequel, but since it came out, it's now book 1 in the series, and I think there's like 6 or 7. So this is by Barbara
Annino,
and I'm trying to think of, I can't even think of the main character's name. It begins with an S.
Excuse me.
Does it not? It's not Sally. Let's see if
Mustang Sally.
So the main character, lives in Chicago, but has to drive home to a town called Amethyst, where her grandfather is sick. So she goes to check on him. Her grandmother goes by the name of Birdie. Her and her 2 sisters own a bed and breakfast in Amethyst, and she returns there. Birdie is a witch, or comes from, I think, Ireland, believes in all the old Celtic ways.
Oh, cool.
Has taught her this stuff, but what the heck is her name? I can't think of it. Stacy. Jeez. Okay, so Stacy. Stacy's the main character.
You were definitely right about the S.
I know, I couldn't really think of it. So she doesn't practice, and she doesn't really kind of believe in this anymore, and it's from something that happened in her past. So she returns home to check on her grandfather, and her grandmother causing some trouble, trying to keep her around, and things just happen. One of the really cool things is that she was a kid, believes anytime you see a penny, it's actually a sign. So she keeps finding pennies everywhere, and she's trying to put together the clues of everything that's kind of happening around her to figure out what's actually going on in this town right now. So I like it. It's cute. It makes me chuckle here and there.
That sounds great.
It has a cat, a dog. ex-boyfriends, new sexy sheriffs, and all that good stuff. So good little cozy mystery.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other book that I started that I have to go back to when I'm in the mood for a more serious read, I guess. It's called The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. It's got a lot of great reviews. I think I saw it on like TikTok or something like that. It is, won several Hugo Awards. It's a 3-book series. And they live not on Earth, but wherever they live, it's one continent that is constantly goes through like earthquakes and things like that. And this one is supposed to be kind of destroying the planet. But then there's also a husband who stole a son and another child who's no longer with us. So there's all these things going on. And I think there's going to be 4 main characters where their lives kind of intertwine and you find out what happens. But the first like 14 pages or 20 pages or whatever is like a prologue, and I just couldn't make it through there.
That's a lot.
So if you read it and you liked it, let me know so I know whether to continue on with it.
Have you looked up some reviews on Goodreads?
Yeah, people love it.
Oh, well, there you go.
And
Maybe you
that's
just weren't in the mindset for it.
I don't think I was.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been reading.
Great. Nice.
And that's what we've been watching. And that's it.
That's it.
So that is a wrap on this episode. Thank you for sticking around. To anybody who celebrates this time of year, I hope you enjoy your holidays.
We celebrate Christmas, but if you celebrate Hanukkah, everything happens at this time of year. Yes. And so we wish you the very happiest of holidays. And I know it's been a tough year and people being sick and stuff. So if you're by yourself, we're there with you. And be sure to enter for the Pom Pom giveaway.
Yeah, the phrase again is pom pom, 2 words.
What is it?
Pom pom, 2 words.
And what else? I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Lovely, and 2022. It's a wrap. We won't see you until 2023.
So thank you, everybody, and we will see you all in a fortnight.
Bye.
Bye.